Truth doesn't arrive like an explosion. It arrives like a whisper, and yet it cuts deeper than any scream. That day, after his silence lost the power it had always held, I felt something new forming inside me. It wasn't courage, not yet. Courage comes later. What I felt was something rougher, rawer, and impossible to ignore. Clarity. Clarity came like a thin blade slicing through my chest, separating what I thought was love from what had always been control. I was in the kitchen, my back to the living room, trying to breathe inside the new space that had opened within me. The space where my voice, my body, and my presence were finally waking up. He walked in without making a sound. I felt him before I saw him. His energy always arrived before his footsteps. He leaned against the counter the way he did when he wanted to test my limits. He didn't say anything. He just stood there waiting for the air to crush me, the way it always had. But it didn't. I kept doing what I was doing, unhurried, without guilt, without that desperate need to look useful to prevent a conflict. And then it happened. He said my name. Not my full name. His version of my name, short, dry, spoken with that quiet superiority that always reduced me to less than I was. That way of calling me had always been the trigger, the command that dismantled me. But in that moment, when I heard that distorted version of my name, I didn't feel the familiar contraction in my soul. I felt irritation, as if for the first time I could clearly hear what that way of calling me really meant. It wasn't affection. It wasn't intimacy. It wasn't closeness. It was possession. It was dominance. It was a constant reminder that he believed he could shape me however he wanted. And that awareness, that thin, sharp blade forged from years of accumulated silencing, cut through my chest like an unavoidable revelation. I was never loved there. I was controlled. It was hard. It was sharp. It hit the most vulnerable part of me. But at the same time, it was liberating, because nothing frees you more than looking at something you once called love, and finally seeing the truth. I turned slightly, just enough to catch him from the corner of my eye. I didn't give him my full gaze. I had already learned that my eyes were territory he used against me. He noticed, immediately. "Are you listening to me?" he said. It wasn't a question. It was a threat in disguise. And inside me, something answered, "Yes, but I don't obey you anymore." I didn't say it out loud, but my posture said it. The way I held the spoon, the way I kept stirring the pot, the way my body stayed upright, steady, centered in itself. He felt it before he understood it. And in that instant, in that shared glance, the truth completed its journey inside me. His fear was not love. His fear was what sustained the power he thought he had. And when fear breaks, power breaks with it. He took a step forward. I felt the old impulse to step back, but my body stayed where it was. That's when I saw something I had never seen before, doubt in his eyes. For 1 second, just one, he didn't know whether the old version of me was still there. She wasn't. The truth had cut through my chest, filled my body, and taken the space that fear used to occupy. And that truth said, "I no longer belong to your control." He slammed his hand down on the counter, the familiar gesture, the one that always made me shrink. But this time, I didn't feel my body trying to disappear. I felt distance, a clear separation. He was still there, but he was no longer inside me. I took a deep breath. A clean, whole breath that seemed to open a new space in my chest. And in that space, something settled in with firmness, with identity, with roots. "I am no longer afraid of you." The words didn't leave my mouth, but they vibrated inside me like silent thunder. And the fear that ruled me for so long, simply gave way. It didn't vanish. It didn't instantly turn into courage, but it lost the right to own me. He turned his face away, confused, irritated, almost disoriented. He left the kitchen like someone trying to escape a mirror, and I stayed there, grounded, whole, breathing in the new truth that no longer cut only through my chest. It filled my entire body. I knew that was only the beginning, that there would still be falls, hesitation, memories, reflexes. But in that moment, one thing became final. His fear no longer ruled me. And once that truth enters, there's no way for it to leave. If this story touched something in you, subscribe to the channel and walk this path with us. Your presence here matters. And don't miss the next video in the next section or the next series, where this journey continues from clarity to reconstruction, one conscious step at a time.